Differences between Honor 8X and Huawei Y9s, Huawei P Smart Pro are in the following aspects. Honor 8X uses common front camera. The screen-to-body ratio is 91%. Huawei Y9s, Huawei P Smart Pro uses pop-up front camera. The screen-to-body ratio is 92%. The rear cover of Honor 8X uses the 2.5D glasses and is attached using frame adhesive. The rear cover of Huawei Y9s Huawei P Smart Pro uses the 3D glasses and is bonded and attached using different types of adhesives. Honor 8X uses rear fingerprint sensor. Huawei Y9s Huawei P Smart Pro uses side fingerprint sensor. Honor 8X uses an integrated support that cannot be reused once removed. Huawei Y9s Huawei P Smart Pro uses separate supports that can be reused. The battery of Honor 8X is attached using adhesive and needs to be heated before removed. Huawei Y9s Huawei P Smart Pro uses package film battery that can be removed without being heated. Prepare the required tools. Power off the device. Use the eject pin to remove the SIM card tray. Attach the TP Process protective film. Place the device on the heating platform with the rear cover facing down. Heat the device at 65 plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius for 3 to 5 minutes. Fix the device on the disassembly fixture with the TP facing down. Attach the vacuum cup to the lower part of the rear cover. Rotate the handle to open a gap. Swipe the opening pick along the gap to separate the rear cover. Prevent the opening pick from contact with the internal part of the side fingerprint sensor FPC. Take out the phone and remove the rear cover. Remove all adhesives and mylar from the rear cover. Use lint-free cloth dipped in alcohol to remove the residual adhesive. Using the adhesive removal bar or opening pick to remove the adhesive from the supports and speaker. Use lint-free cloth dipped in alcohol to remove the residual adhesive. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the 17 screws from the supports. Slightly push the lower right corner of the PCBA support upwards to remove it. Lift the top of the subboard support to remove it. Attach the rear camera foam and protective films. Use the B2B connector removal tool to unfasten the battery B2B connector, main FPC B2B connectors, LCD B2B connector, side fingerprint sensor B2B connector, side button B2B connector, rear camera B2B connectors. Remove all rear cameras. Use plastic tweezers to loosen the coaxial cable heads and remove the coaxial cable. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the screw from the front camera B2B connector steel sheet. Remove the steel sheet. Use the B2B connector removal tool to unfasten the front camera FPC B2B connector. Use plastic tweezers to pry out the lower right corner of the PCBA and then remove the PCBA. Place the front camera B2B connector aside. Use the opening card to remove the thermal adhesive from the PCBA and front cover assembly. Use lint-free cloth dipped in alcohol to remove the residual adhesive. Apply around 85 mg and 40 mg thermal adhesive in the left and right silkscreen areas respectively. Ensure that the springs, water indicating label and QR code label on the PCBA are intact. Align the PCBA with the locating pin in the upper left corner. Tilt and insert the top of the PCBA in place. Press the bottom of the PCBA in place and fasten the snap fit in the lower right corner. Fasten the front camera FPC B2B connector. Install the front camera B2B connector steel sheet. Tighten the screw on it. Install all rear cameras and fasten their B2B connectors. Then fasten the side button B2B connector, fingerprint sensor B2B connector, LCD B2B connector, main FPC B2B connector. Install a new coaxial cable on the PCBA and subboard. Fit the cable in the groove. Install the subboard support. Fasten the battery B2B connector. Remove the rear camera foam and protective films. Insert the top of the PCBA support in the front cover assembly and then press the bottom of it in place. Tighten the 17 screws. Attach a warranty sticker to the specified screw. The PCBA is now properly replaced. Remove the screws from the supports. Remove the supports. Unfasten the battery B2B connector. Use plastic tweezers to remove the coaxial cable. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the screw from the speaker. Push the speaker downwards. Use tweezers to pry out the speaker at its right side and remove it. Use the B2B connector removal tool to unfasten the main FPC B2B connector on the subboard. Use the spudger to pry out the subboard at its removal position and then remove it. Use tweezers to pry out the motor at its removal position and then remove it. Remove the adhesive from the front cover assembly. Attach the motor adhesive to the front cover assembly and press it in place. Remove the release film. Attach a new motor and press it to activate the adhesive. Insert the bottom of the subboard in the front cover assembly and press it in place. Fasten the main FPC B2B connector. Insert the bottom of the speaker in the front cover assembly and press it in place. Install a new coaxial cable on the PCBA and subboard. Then fit the cable in the groove. Install the subboard support. Tighten the 7 screws on the speaker and subboard support. Fasten the battery B2B connector. Remove the rear camera foam and protective films. Insert the top of the PCBA support in the front cover assembly and then press the bottom of it in place. Tighten the 11 screws on the support. Attach a warranty sticker to the specified screw. The motor, subboard, and speaker are now properly replaced. Remove the screws from the supports. Remove the supports. Unfasten the battery B2B connector. Remove the rear cameras. Coaxial cable. PCBA. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the 6 screws from the front camera module and pop-up motor, including the M1.2 screw on the flange under the front camera FPC. Put the front camera FPC aside. Use tweezers to remove the flange. Pry out the pop-up motor pad. Remove the pop-up motor. Front camera module. Seal sleeve. Remove the motor pad adhesive. Attach the pop-up motor pad adhesive to the front cover assembly. Align the hole on the seal sleeve with the locating pin on the front cover assembly. Insert the seal sleeve in the slot. Horizontally insert the front camera module in the seal sleeve. Move the front camera module up and down to ensure that it moves smoothly. Insert the flange in the slot. Ensure that the screw hole on the flange is aligned with that on the front cover assembly. Tighten the M1.2 screw on the flange. Remove the adhesive release film. Install the pop-up motor and press the pad against the adhesive. Use the Phillips screwdriver to tighten the 4 M1.2 screws and the M1.4 screw. The front camera and pop-up motor are now properly replaced. Remove the screws from the supports. Remove the supports. Unfasten the battery B2B connector. Use the B2B connector removal tool to unfasten the fingerprint sensor B2B connector. Side button B2B connector. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the 2 screws from the side button support. Use tweezers to remove the side button support. Gently separate the side button FPC from the adhesive and then remove it. Remove the fingerprint sensor module from the front cover assembly. Use the spudger to push out the side button and then remove it. Put the fingerprint sensor FPC through the slot and insert the fingerprint sensor in place. Remove the adhesive release film from a new side button FPC module. Insert the side button FPC and its support in the slots. Press the tweezers against the side button FPC to fix it. Insert a new side button in the slot and press it in place. Ensure that the button tactile feeling is normal. Smooth the fingerprint sensor FPC and side button FPC. Ensure that the white marker on the side button FPC can be covered by the fingerprint sensor FPC. Use the Phillips screwdriver to tighten the 2 screws on the side button FPC support. The fingerprint sensor and side button are now properly replaced. Use the Phillips screwdriver to remove the 18 screws. Remove the PCBA support, subboard support, rear cameras, coaxial cable, PCBA, pop-up motor, front camera, speaker, subboard. Take a new and front cover assembly and ensure that it is free of cosmetic defects. Install the front camera, pop-up motor, PCBA, rear cameras, subboard, speaker, coaxial cable, subboard support, PCBA support. Tighten the 18 screws. Remove the release film from the rear cover frame adhesive. Align the locating holes on the adhesive with the fixture and fix the adhesive properly. Attach the vacuum cup to the external side of the rear cover. Align the rear cover with the locating pins. Press the rear cover against the frame adhesive. Use your hand to press the rear cover edges. Take out the rear cover. Press the frame adhesive to fix it on the edges. Attach the front camera adhesive and rear camera decorative part adhesive to the rear cover. Attach the small adhesives to the silkscreen areas on the rear cover. Remove all release films. Align the rear cover with the front cover assembly and attach it properly. Place the device in the press-fitting fixture in the correct direction with the TP facing down. Place the press-fitting fixture in the press-fitting platform. Press the handle to its furthest extent and press-fit the device for 1 to 2 minutes. Then take out the device. Insert the SIM card tray in the device. Ensure that the device can start up properly. This is the end of the video tutorial. Thanks for watching.